we'll get things kicked off here this morning. So to keep on our topic that is ever so popular that we keep hearing about, health and wellness. I'm sure in the current environment with COVID-19, this may also be a topic that's getting dull on our ears, but I think it's important to parallel what we hear and see in the world around us to what we may be able to apply to the fuel storage and dispensing systems. And so every now and again, it's good to do a good fuel system checkup. And so we'll walk through some of the thought process behind that, how we can help you through that process and assist in doing your own fuel system checkups, and as well be there to provide resource, information, as well as some expertise from the industry to be able to put in place the right solutions, the right fixes, or as we like to say, the right prescriptions for any problems that you're facing with your fuel systems. So without further ado, we'll get started with our slide content. First and foremost, you may have seen a sneak peek as to what we would be talking about to a degree in the latest edition of the Diesel Progress magazine. Check us out on page 41. We've got a half-page ad that gives you a great sneak peek as to our approach with dealing with fuel systems health and addressing the contamination that we commonly find, whether it's water or solid sediment, solid contamination. So we parallel this to the world of health, how it affects us and impacts us. So similarly in the world today, we can come to the table, go to a physician to ask about some symptoms we're having, whether it's chest pain, difficulty breathing, joint pain. Those are all things that we can present as a symptom of maybe an underlying or bigger problem. So we go to a physician and we go through typically testing. So whether it's an EKG, whether it's a pulse ox, whether it's x-rays or some sort of imaging to get a better understanding of how our symptoms relate to a problem or a condition. Now, last and not least comes a diagnosis. The expert opinion, the information gathered by physicians and health experts to take the information, the results of testing, to be able to understand the problem and be able to put together an action plan to help you, whether it's a prescription, physical therapy, whether it is medication. There are a number of ways in which we can help to deal with the symptoms for an underlying condition. In similar fashion, when we talk about the signs of poor fuel quality and the health of our fuel, we see similar things. Indicators that we may see as owners or operators or managers of the fuel storage systems can be corrosion, rust, or we can see problems with our filtration, symptoms that last point to catch all that contamination or debris. And so we can see those as symptoms or indicators that we've got a bigger underlying problem. So we do some testing. That can involve dipping the tank, getting bottle samples, and additionally doing something like particle counts or sending those bottles out for analysis. And at the end of the day, we're really trying to drive towards understanding our tank condition, whether it's good through regular maintenance and we know we've got no problems, or maybe we know and we are aware of a huge underlying problem that's growing within our fuel tanks. So I think sometimes it's more obvious when you see the signs that we show on the screen here that you can easily kind of connect the dots and say, I think I have a problem. Just like if you have a broken leg, you're rushing into the ER, or you've got difficulty breathing or chest pain, you think you have a problem and it's very apparent. But all too often, there are not so obvious signs of health problems, just like there are not so obvious signs of poor fuel quality.